Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Broston County, where today we're going to kind of do a lot of infrastructure work and not a whole lot of city building like zoning and all of that. We're going to be doing other things. And to start with, we are going to bring in a key wall along here at the same angle as this one. So to accomplish that, what I want to do is come in here and what button is back there? Advisor. Oh, I want to make this a bridge because if I don't, it'll dam the river. So we're just gonna build a bridge. Just, bridge done. Easy. It's temporary. That is not at all a final bit of what we're doing. So let's see here. I want a key wall. I want a simple key wall. And I'm hoping I get some road guidelines here. There we go. Beautiful. So I know that this is all at the same angle as that because the roads line up over there. So I just need to make sure this stays even with that road, and then we'll bring that there, and then we'll bring it just back this way a bit. Doesn't have to go very far. And cool, that's all we needed this server for, was to get that established. And now it's established, and now we can do our thing, which is going to be coming in to move it, turning off everything except nodes. And then just kind of here at a high level, grab all of those nodes, and I want to bring them up to the same elevation as, apparently I didn't hit Control H. I'm hitting Control H. Why are we not Control Hing? It's not, oh, it won't let me go off of that. Did that raise it? I think so. Yeah, because the thing changed. That's odd that I can't go off the key wall. Oh, wait. Anyways. So cool. That gets that done. I can turn all these back off. Or back on. Yeah, back on is the word I'm looking for. Awesome. That is phase one. And I'm hoping that the terrain is the same elevation here. Otherwise, oops. It's close. Let's bring our... Let's get rid of that. Bring our brush size up just a skosh. Can you move? Oh, you can move these? You know, like all this time I could have had this over here and not have to fight with that menu? Well, that's handy. The more you know. Now we need a big rainbow flashing across the screen. I will not edit in a big rainbow. Whoops. Wrong one. Elevate to that and bring that across and hope that this somewhat is at the same elevation as the key wall. If not, we will raise up the key wall just a skosh. A smidge, a tad, a bit. We are gonna make some temporary flooding here. No doubt about that at all. We're gonna bring this in here. All the way back over here. Leaving the game running. Very brave to mess with water while the game is running, but I'm feeling particularly like walking on the wild side today, so we're rolling with it. And cool. Are we still like at the same elevation if I go over there? No, we're starting to climb up. So maybe I just undo everything I just did. Oh, hi. You're over here as well. Thank you. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to do this and change my brush size. And so we're going off of that. Let's see if this is closer to the elevation of the key wall here. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's the stuff. Cool. So we'll just redo this all real fast and get this all to match. Being very careful not to mess with the riverbanks too much. Awesome. So we have a couple segments that are backwards. Let's fix those. Let's get that to go away. And grab our invert segments and just tap wherever we see the fence go in the wrong direction. Which, that's all of them. Cool, that's it. And then we just want to come back in with the train tool now. Bring that brush size way down. Way down. And grab this out here. And then bring this right back up against key wall. Which will probably also cause lots of flooding. And again, I'm okay with it. If it's the price I pay for getting this right, so be it. There will eventually, not today, but there will eventually be a cruise ship harbor out here, among other touristy type of things. Still don't know if we're going to put an airport on this map. I just don't know if there's really a good spot to put one, truth be told. I don't know, maybe Dustin has an idea in mind. Since he wants to mess with the hotels, maybe he also wants to mess with an airport. I just really don't know where we would put one. So there, cool. That gets that in there. I want to bring my brush strength down, my size up. And I just want to blend that in and then blend in this hillside that I disturbed. And that gives me, oh wow, that flooded all the way over to there. That's kind of surprising. That gives me a nice big area that we will be able to work with, and I'm going to let this flooding dissipate before we move on. And it's mostly cleared. It's cleared out of my way for what I want to do next. And what I want to do next is place down some railroad tracks. And for this, I want to, once again, consult the train map. And I want to bring in tracks. You know what? I just want to follow this highway. So we're going to ignore the train for now. And we're going to leave that selected. We're going to hide all of that. And then we're going to come in here. And this is... Can I attach those to here? No. These are really in the way, and I don't know how to move them. Anyway, we are going to... See, it's like really hard to grab some of these. We're going to grab our parallel mode. And we're going to go from here as far as it will let us go. Is it because of the intersection? I think it's because of the intersection. Now we want this on the other side. We'll worry about how far back it is in just a moment. I should maybe be able to get all of this done. No. Go that far, though. Can I go that far? Yes. Good. I'm getting away with it. All the way down here. And then around this curve, we will deviate. So obviously, I don't want this. Well, I guess it's not obvious, but I don't want this exactly where right up against our road here. I do want to leave a bit of separation here. Let's go 50 meters. Actually, let's not, because there's a big hill over there. Let's go 35 meters. There we go. Done. One big long railroad. And I just want to come in through here. Yeah, it did some things, but it's some things that happens when new infrastructure gets built. They just blast out the hillside and leave the scar. For better or for worse, that's how it goes. Cool. Eventually, there will be train service that comes in somewhere down here. I don't know where yet. I'm going to temporarily throw in a cargo hub just because I want to see where it hits on the key wall here. Let's grab that and let's bring that down to that elevation. Oh, I can select those now. Okay, fine. And what road do I want to use? Something with trees. I won't use the bicycle path. We'll just use this one. I want to run this all the way over. And then all the way over here. Cool. And that should all be at the elevation I want. And then I just want to kind of see roughly where the middle of this is. This is 10,000 and some odd. Almost 11,000. So right about... That's close enough to middle. Maybe 10,800. And it was 10,900. So yeah, that works for me. You're gonna come in with... let's do some nice wide sidewalks leading up to here. We're gonna have a collector that comes into this area that services the whole shebang. And I want that to tee in nicely somewhere down here. We're gonna kind of run with it for a minute and see where that's gonna need to curve. And it looks like probably back here is where we're gonna need to curve off. I mean, I could bring it in here, like in the middle of a curve, but I'd rather not. I'd rather have it on the straight section. So if we run this out to here, we would need to really bring that back a lot more because that's where they would intersect. But you know what? Oops. Let's try and... So that toggles road bending as well. That's so dumb. You. Oh, it doesn't toggle road bending. Interesting. Yeah, I know this space is already occupied. So I'm gonna do distance too short apparently. Gonna do that, and then we are gonna once again turn to the handy dandy mod of the network multi-tool, and we're gonna do an arrange it line mode. Like that. Like that. Yeah. And then that makes a nice curve. Makes a lovely curve. I don't know that I've seen a curve that I like better than that one. Get your mind out of the gutter. Bring this under here. I may as well just go ahead and hook up this cargo harbor. I mean, it's here. It's going to be very impractical. But it's here. We may as well just leave it in place. And if we get passengers, so be it. If we don't, so be it. There's no mass transit and really no way for them to get around town other than getting in their little cars and driving. But, you know, if it helps bring some more tourists into town, I'm down. And then that is pretty much all for over here right now. I have a plan to have kind of just a little transit area here with a train station, maybe a metro. I don't know yet. It would have to run under the river if it's going to connect to the metro over there. Oh my god, are we still flooding? Why? Where's the pumper trucks? Why aren't they out here pumping? Oh, they are. Never mind. They're there. I take it back, pumper trucks. I apologize for ever doubting your ability. So why are we still getting occasional flooding here? Is this too low? Is that the problem? Or do we just still have water sloshing around? Like when I do that, is water sloshing? That'd be hilarious if it did. No. It is very odd though. I'm just gonna watch it and see if it settles down. I'm just gonna let this sit. I'm just gonna let it sit for a minute and see if things settle. Well, kind of like I'm gonna come to here so I can see if a wave comes over, and I'm just gonna wait for I don't know, like 5 minutes here and see what's what. So even though we don't see it right now, yeah, we are still getting flooding. It just all kind of dissipated a moment ago. Is it because of this little ridge? Because it's right here that we get the worst. Oh wow, the pumper trucks just now got here. It could be because of this. So I'm going to bring this brush size back down, go to level terrain, and just make sure that this is flat right here. Because it starts right around this intersection with just a little spillover, and then by the time it builds up, it's pretty deep at the harbor. So I'm going to hope that this fixes it. I wonder if this has anything to do with it, this sharp corner. I don't know. Water physics in this game are strange. I wish I could see through the water a little bit better, but I can't, so we'll just have to live with that. I mean, it doesn't look like it's any lower than that one, so I don't know. Anyways, we're going to move on to our next project, which is Actually finishing the railroad. Yes, never mind. I forgot we were doing a railroad thing. So we need to get a connection coming off this way and off this way that goes off that direction. And I think that's going to be easier said than done. One of these situations where I just don't think it's going to be the simplest task. Like if I start right there and it's like already saying no because of what, the road? So you will connect there. You're good with that. So if I do that and then bring it straight for just a smidge here and then begin a fairly wide turn, might come out 1.5 both directions. That could work. I mean, they'd be slowing down anyway for a turn, so I think I'm okay with it. And then I want to do the same thing, but going this direction, and this is going to say, I'm not having it. But I'm going to say, you are having it, because it's what I want. And then we're going to go straight for just a little smidge again. And then try to get this connected. I'm going to turn Anarchy off and see where it actually wants to connect here. That's higher, but we can deal with it being higher. And then that connects there. But it's not going the right direction. I want it parallel to this highway. So we are going to do this. And then connect this in. Oof. Big oof. Okay. If I do that, that's not quite right either. So let's see what we need to do here. Because I want it to come out at the same... this isn't going straight across that highway, so that's going to make... Yeah, it's going to make this difficult. So maybe it doesn't go straight across. Maybe it just comes out like this. I mean, it has to kind of curve in towards the highway eventually anyway. Because we've got to connect over there. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to fuss with it. I'm not going to, you know, perfect, enemy of good, etc. And to there. Ta-da. To there, ta-da. Yep, that's what I said. Deal with it. And then we just need to come in here with move it. And we should just be able to wiggle this a bit and fix that. Yeah, that looks good. And then we will check to make sure all of this is really connected. We're connected there. We are connected there. And we are connected there. Awesome. And then let's just slope this out. Make this look better. And so I want, where is the slopey one? There's the slopey one. I want to go from here to here. So that's like 9.6. That'll never do. And then we want to go from here to here. And that's fine. A 0.1. I'm good with that. And then I want to come all the way around over to here where this stops being a bridge. I mean, it's already fine, but we can make it more fine. Super fine. Cool. I like it. I kind of like that there's even like the truss bridge right there. It makes me happy. So that should be the railroad connected. And again, this is just going to be to eventually get railroad service out here towards our harbor that's costing us lots of money, even though it's not bringing in any passengers. And I kind of thought that it wouldn't, since there's nothing here to visit. But that'll change in time. Before I move on, I have to address something here. So I put in some concrete here, just using surface painter, because there was a big gap here. And if you look, the mall sign is floating really far in front of the mall. And if you look here, what's up with this wall? Like, this wall should be here. And this should be farther back, it looks like. Plus, that's not all. It's like, oh, wait, there's more. This is all disconnected. And I don't know. I'm guessing something with a mod caused this problem. I know for a fact that the mall was closer against these buildings. There wasn't all this space here. So I think what I'm going to do is pause and just delete the broken one altogether. And then try to put it back in. Fingers crossed. This may not go so well. So we have the straight bit on this side, the curvy bit on that side. Yeah, see, it's already not wanting to go in here. But we know we want this road up front to line up. And if we get that lined up. So what's it saying is in the way? It's saying basically that our road's back here, and it looks like maybe the subway station in the way. That's fine. I will get rid of all that. I'll trim that back. We'll see if the metro is actually the problem or not here. Yeah, it looks like the metro might be a problem, and there's something else up there at the front. Also noticing it doesn't line up the same anymore. Like if I line it up down here on these roads, look up at the other end, that's farther back, set back. If I line it up here, then, well, it doesn't want to do that. But if I try there, and then the road down here at the bottom's not where it needs to be. Yikes. It's going to be easier to remedy this direction. For now, do I use anarchy and just drop it in? I mean, it's only the roads that are blocking it and the subway station. So, no, I don't use anarchy. We're gonna need to reposition that metro station anyway. So we're just gonna do that, and then hopefully now I can get this to slot in. Yeah, cool. So that slots in there, and look, there's where the mall sign should have been, up on the front of this. This wall is all connected properly now. All of this over here is connected properly now. We just have this road not anywhere near where it was. So we're gonna fix this and make it better, question mark. I'm good with that having been dezoned, because I think what I'm going to do is actually bring this pedestrian path over to here. Maybe, I don't know about that, because then our fountains and stuff don't line up. But we want to get a connection there for certain. Actually, no, hold that thought, because we need to get rid of this. We need to get rid of this. And we now need to bring this over to this road. Come on. Come on. Go to that next little line, please. There you go. Get that connected there. And then this... I never know what to do with this. I guess we will try to salvage this somewhat right here. And maybe just do a sharp turn right there. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. And then we need to get our metro back in. Metro. Let's blast that out of existence for a second. Come back in here. Make sure anarchy's not on. It's not. Yeah, it's definitely at a much steeper angle than it was. So let's just correct that. Grab our metro tracks. Make sure they are going to be going underground as a tunnel. They are. And then, once again, we're just going to go into the mod. Maybe. Hello, come here. And create curve. Ooh. Shift. Even though we were already looking underground, it's like, nope, we're not underground. That works. Cool. That gets that reconnected. That stop should reconnect itself. All we need to do now is see if we can't salvage these buildings by just throwing the zoning back in real quick. Same over here. Just swoop, get those back in. And yeah, I think I'm good with this. If it'll let me still run this, if it will, and connect that there, I'm good with that. And then we just need to rezone here for those and rezone here for those. But we didn't go all the way to the corner, did we? No, we had a fountain or something. We had this over here. And now it doesn't fit. Because of course it doesn't. Actually, I don't want anything zoned right there. Because we have nice decorative wall. Let's get rid of all this surface painter nonsense that I had done before, and we'll restore some of this sooner rather than later. I'm going to get rid of all of it just so we can see what's what. Now I am unpainting part of the asset. But that's okay. So that should get that fixed. These bus lines should all fix themselves. We had some shops here, I believe. Yes. And they got booped when we moved them all back in. But everything else, fingers crossed, will just stay put. Nope, it didn't. I thought because we zoned that before I unpaused, they'd say, like, those seem okay. Those seem unaffected by what we did. Who knows? They may still vanish yet. That should grow back in. I'm waiting for that bus to go through because that should, solve that. And then the Metro should figure it out because it's close enough. Usually, Metro figured it out. So usually the Metro and the bus stops, if they're close to where they were, they'll figure it out. So yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what mod was to blame for that, but clearly something went very awry. I am not happy with that. In fact, we are going to grab that, and then we're going to grab... Oh. The zoning thing is not here for pedestrian roads? Really? That's an oversight. I want to kill the zoning here so I can get something the right shape there to fill that corner in. That's got to be an oversight. Okay, so if I go to roads, it's there. Is it hiding? Is that the problem? Oh, now it's there. And now it's gone. Okay, so it's small cobblestone road. So if I come out of here... Oh, it's because it went to the park path. Aha, that's what did it. Because I wasn't in, like, streets. I was in park bits. It was like, nah. There we go. And now, that built out pretty close to what I wanted anyway, but there's a weird parking lot asset there. I want to get rid of it. Cool? Cool. So I think we've salvaged that. That wasn't part of our big infrastructure plan. That was just something that I noticed that was irking me quite a bit. I think I wouldn't mind bringing these buildings all the way over to here. We don't have any 1x1s, but we clearly do have 2x2s, so if they'll start building there... Now look, okay. If I have to babysit you, I will. But build a 2x2. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Build a 2x2 right there. Do it. Do it. Are there any 2x3s? No. Yeah, those are all too big for me to use as a reference point. Really? You're not going to build anything now? Seriously? Come on. Build something. I will just sit here and wait. While I do that, I'm going to fix where I used surface painter earlier. Because I have made uglies by accident. Alright, fine, whatever. I'll just zone it back in, and you build however you want, and it's going to make me unhappy, but whatever. So, final thing, and I'm reluctant to do it. Because I've already had 2 videos that I've had to just, like, scrap entirely. Why is that a bridge? Oh, because it's over floodplains. Smart. But I've had 2 videos I've had to scrap because of issues with what I'm about to do, which is relocate a highway. It started behaving very, 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 very strange after I did a relocation. But, gonna do it anyway. Let me think of how I want to do this over here, because I want to be able to get an entrance off of this direction so that we can make kind of like a nature reserve out of this lake. I think that's the perfect place for one. Like this side of the highway will be a nature reserve. Then we'll have a small town and maybe even more of a city off this direction. Don't know yet. I just wanted something I've been wanting to do for a long time though is come over to this area and start some development, and just never have. So let me think about this for a minute. So one thing I know for sure that I want to keep is this hill. At least I think I know that for sure. Well, I know it for somewhat. What's when you're not 100% sure? Doubt. I know for doubt that I want to keep this. I just like that it adds a little bit of character. It's not. I don't know. It's not that steep of a hill though, is it? Now that I look at it, it's really not. Yeah, okay, we don't need to worry about that then. But I think I want to just like straighten this out here. Have an interchange around this area and then just curve up and back out. So let's make that happen. First things first is we need to get rid of the highway where it starts curving. I don't know what that wall is right there. Is that a wall or what? What is that? It is indeed a wall. Oh dear. A laggy game. And I'm really hoping that this doesn't act up the way it did in Pine Pass. Like I had to completely scrap an episode of Pine Pass. That wasn't the only reason. I made the mistake of recording the day that the DLC came out. Granted, it was late at night, and I thought everything had been updated. But there were clearly some bugs. And there's clearly still some bugs. I can show you an example of one of those. I can show you two examples of those. Yeah, see this fuster cluck right here? All these cars, these trucks have been in and out, in and out, in and out. And it's blocking access. And it's worse over here. Just in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. This will eventually back up this entire area. Oh dear. We have historical buildings that have... Why did you? What was the reason? No raw materials. Because they can't get imports from that. That's what I was afraid of. That they're going to choke off the ability to ship and receive goods, which is going to have a knock-on effect with a lot of our industries, which, yep, is going to have a knock-on effect with our commercial. It's happening, so maybe it's time to stop recording. Even over here, where I added in a little bit of just regular farm stuff, this should have plenty of crops. But I bet you anything, every one of these trucks, oh, they're not in use. Why do we have no crops? What is going on? What? Who broke my farms? Oh, I'm angry. I'll deal with this. Yeah, and they're not consistently outputting, and I don't think they're outputting as much as they should be. But yeah, these should all be the same amount, no matter what. And these smaller ones should all be the same amount. Whatever. We'll look at that in the detailing live stream soon. Because that's just unacceptable. Hopefully, by the time I get to that, that's still a couple days away. So I want to bring this out to about here. And that was just a totally arbitrary to about here, just kind of eyeballing where I know I want a road to come out this direction. And I know that a lot of the pre-built interchanges I have are really large. So I want to take that into account. And I don't know how busy it's going to get out in this area. So let me look through these and see which one I want here. I think I'm going to go with my diverging diamond. We haven't used that one in a while. And I really, really like diverging diamonds. I lived in a town that had adopted them pretty extensively. And my goodness, they just work. There, and my idea is that this collector can come down and kind of curve and come back around and feed some stuff over here, maybe even bridge back across, and then we can have a nice little nature reserve out this way. That is the plan. So let's get this connected up. Hello, thank you. Get that connected up there. Ooh, that's all right. Let's back this all the way up to the bridge there and make that a nice gentle connection there. And then here, I'm going to try to preserve the hill if I can. I wonder what'll happen if I just say connect that using mods. About to find out. We're going to go there to there, right through the middle of the hill, because of course it does. So instead, what we could try is the one I can't find. Create connection mode. There we go. We'll go from there to there because that allows me to do a couple things. Oh, I can't have train open. Okay, it's alright. It's alright. It's okay. What we'll do is very quickly, because I want to wrap this up, we will come in here and I'm just going to kind of mark the edges of our hit. There we go. That works. So now when we do this, I know where that is and I can adjust accordingly. So back into, that mode, connect from there to there, and we want to make this, we want to bring this out. How do you do that? Bring it out and make it bigger because that's way too sharp for a highway. So I make that a nice smooth corner. We just clear the hill. And then same back here, this is just a little too extreme. I want to bring it out a little bit and then expand it like that. And I think that is pretty damn good. So we're going to put that in. Not going to worry about the elevation changes just yet. So we come out of that mod. We can bulldoze this. Don't need it. It is finished. There actually shouldn't be any elevation changes. This should all just be at grade. So what am I trying to do with this? We want to grab, once again, just nodes. And I want to highlight that. And I want to align that to train height. That pops that up. And yeah, that should be fine. We'll check the elevation of it all in just a moment. Now, friends, I want to come back into this mod and this time choose our parallel mode. And, nope, I want to parallel this one. And parallel this all the way to here. How far back do I have to go? I keep forgetting you can't go very far. You gotta do like short segments. There we go. And then I should get away with that there. Yep. And I can get all the way up to there. And what I want to do is match it up on this end. Even though I know we're going into 4 lanes, it's okay. I'm going to bring this over, try to get those white lines matched up as best I can. Yeah, that white line there, it's a little over, but we can use a mod to fix that as well. And then back here, of course, it's going to be a little off, but we're going to deal with that as well. First things first, we want to now come in here and not add node. We want to union 2 nodes in holy whatever it is when you marry a road. It's not matrimony. And then same thing down here. I mean, does a road have a legal right to choose a spouse? I don't know. That lined that up actually really well. I'm happy with it. And then back here, we will just find this little aberration that we have. We'll come back into here again. This time, arrange line mode. That straightens that out for the most part. Still maybe a little wibbly wobbly. Let's do a little more. Let's go like from here to like there. No. No, like here to here. Still a bit wibbly wobbly, but I think I'm okay with it. Cool. So that should get all of that reconnected. And we now have an interchange down here. The last thing I want to do is let some traffic come through. Ooh, there we go. Like, hey, there was a highway over here. Now it's over here. What gives? I want to make sure people aren't exiting. And that's what I had happening in Pine Pass is with the interchange that I built. Every bit of traffic on the highway was exiting, going through the collector, and then going back out. Like this dude may be doing right now. I'm gonna go down there. Oh, he's actually wanting to turn around. He's not gonna just go back out where he was. Okay. That's fine. I'm totally okay with if they use it as a turnaround. What I'm not okay with is, yeah, I don't, good. We've got people going straight through. But literally every vehicle was like moving over to the outside lane and exiting. Every last one of them. Cool. That makes me happy. I want to see if my goal is going to work or not. There they are. Yeah, look at that. Lots of pretty things around here. And if we add just like maybe a farmer's market or something like that over here for the shopping that these guys want. Or no, it's not shopping. It's things to look at. So sightseeing. So if we do maybe a unique building or some parks, it's going to be right next to a nature reserve, so that might satisfy it. But I'm thinking this would be a good place for just a nature reserve. Just a chill nature, a big chill nature reserve, but a nature reserve nonetheless. Or maybe just a small one that just kind of follows the coast. That could work too. Yeah, that would work fine. And just get some nice camping sites. It's a little close to the highway, but I think with some trees for screening, it'd be okay. So I'm going to come way over here, and we're going to find a car. You'll do. I'm going to hit that first-person camera mod, and we're going to just follow this dude into town, because that wraps up for today. Like I said, not a whole lot of actual city building taking place. Just some, a railroad. We redid the highway, and we put in a key wall. Nothing too terribly exciting, but sometimes things aren't terribly exciting because you have to plan for the future, and this is me planning for several different things at once, so that I don't forget about them, because I will forget about them. But until next time, oh God, we've crashed into a camper. Until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.